the greatest frontman in the history of rock and roll, Ozzy Osbourne.
He sat on a throne, bathed in golden light, before a crowd of 45,000, smiling but barely able to stand. And then, 17 days later, Ozzy Osbourne was gone. Welcome to the Shadow File, where mystery, history, and the untold collide. Today, we uncover the strange, almost prophetic story behind Ozzy Osbourne's final performance and the haunting timing of his death. July 5th, 2025. Villa Park, Birmingham, England, Ozzy's hometown, his legacy. The show was called Back to the Beginning, and in hindsight, it was also the end. Ozzy was rolled onto the stage, seated on a throne. He could no longer walk, but his spirit was unshaken. He looked into the crowd and whispered, "Thank you, from the bottom of my heart." That wasn't just a concert. It felt like a farewell ritual, a body in decline. To understand the weight of that moment, you need to know the pain he lived with. In 2019, a fall in his bathroom fractured his spine. 5 surgeries followed. Then came Parkinson's disease. Ozzy revealed the diagnosis in 2020, a degenerative disorder that slowly steals your ability to move. By 2023, he was forced to retire from touring. In his words, "I'm not physically capable of doing it anymore." So when news broke that he'd returned to perform, even seated, fans knew this wasn't just another show. This was a goodbye, maybe one he planned. Death foretold. 17 days after that final performance, Ozzy died peacefully at home, surrounded by family. But something was strange. In past interviews, Ozzy would joke, "I should have been dead by now." But lately, the jokes stopped. He began talking about dreams, about death. He told crew members during soundcheck, "This one's for the grave." Was he joking, or did he feel it coming? Symbolism on stage. Let's look closer at that Villa Park show. A black and gold throne, a crown-like spotlight, black roses backstage, and the final song he performed, "See You on the Other Side." Coincidence? Ozzy spent his life surrounded by symbols, bats, demons, crosses, fire. He called himself the Prince of Darkness. But was it a stage persona or something more? Some say he flirted with the occult. Others believe he truly invited it in. That final performance felt like a ritual, and rituals are never random. The man behind the myth. After his death, tributes poured in. Elton John, Metallica, Parkinson's Foundations, all remembered not just the rocker, but the man, the father, the survivor, the human being who kept going, even when his body begged him to stop. Sharon Osbourne said, "Ozzy taught us that even in darkness, you can make people laugh, scream, and sing along." His final spell, now a theory is spreading online, that Ozzy planned his final act like a magician, one last performance, one last symbol, then silence. Not literal magic, but myth-making. A final chapter, written by the Prince of Darkness himself, and maybe he knew it would be his last. Ozzy Osbourne didn't just die, he ended a story he spent decades writing, in fire, blood, and guitars. Was it prophecy, a final warning, or the perfect goodbye? Let us know what you believe. In the comments below. This was The Shadow File, where legends never die, they just fade into mystery.